This is the XGIMI Horizon 20 Max 4K 3D DLP projector, and I promise you I am not shilling when I say this is the best projector I personally used. To be fair, I've only reviewed one other projector on this channel, but it was a flagship model costing double the price, and if I had to choose which one I'd keep for personal use today, I'd take the Horizon 20 Max all day. Let's talk about why and share my experience to help you decide if it's right for you. After years of doing product reviews, a new trends emerged where brands are now requiring reviewers to submit their videos for final approval before it ever goes online. Now, this often means the brand can ask to remove anything deemed negative, which means product reviews are more influenced by the brand than ever. Now, because of this, I vow that anything I review on this channel will not only cover the good and the bad, but because I don't produce ads, cover the ugly as well. It's time to get brutally honest about reviews. This is full transparency.
Brutally honest review.
Full transparency, this projector was sent to me for review, but my opinions are my own and will have zero brand influence or bias. Most of my videos are not sponsored, meaning I pay out of pocket to create content, so if you find this video helpful, consider using my links. I also have an ultimate goal of 100,000 subscribers. Help me reach 100K and I'll start giving away what I review to you. There are three models in this new Horizon series lineup: the Horizon 20 with 3200 ISO lumens, which has a current pre-order price of $1189, the Horizon 20 Pro with 4100 ISO lumens and current pre-order price of $1749, and this Horizon 20 Max I have today with a whopping 5700 ISO lumens, which has a pre-order price of $2399. These are early bird prices effective until October 14th. This projector will be $3,000 after that, so if this video convinces you to buy one, I'd buy now. You're also going to get a free floor stand and an Assassin's Creed Shadows game code as pre-order bonuses. The first thing I noticed when unboxing the unit was the portability factor, as it came packaged in this lightweight foam-like travel case you often see with high-end camera or lighting gear. I can already see myself taking this to family get-togethers or events. Portability is definitely a selling point. Add to that the unit size, which measures about 10 inches tall with a 12-inch width and depth around 7.5 inches at only 12 pounds, you can place this just about anywhere and set it up in minutes. Build quality feels premium as it sports an elephant gray leather-like body with a rotatable stand that can tilt all the way up if you need it to, so whether screen or wall you can find that perfect angle. The front is covered with a large X-pattern grille that houses two 12-watt Harman Kardon speakers, which are compatible with Dolby Audio, Dolby Digital Plus, DTS HD, and DTS Virtual X. And in the top right corner, you can see the X Master Red Ring lens, which is XGIMI's most advanced lens to date, which, straight from marketing, combines ultra-high resolution A-grade optics with aerospace-grade laser glass for unmatched clarity, superior light transmittance, and lasting performance. On the back from left to right, we've got an optical port, a USB 2.0 port, a USB 3.0 port, two HDMI 2.1 connections with the first having eARC, a 3.5mm audio line out jack, your power button, and on the bottom right corner of the stand, your power connection. The X-Master RGB triple laser engine delivers 5700 ISO lumens of peak brightness, making it the brightest projector I've personally used, almost double that of the other flagship I reviewed, and with its 20,000:1 contrast ratio, you can tweak the picture to fit your environment. Even with a moderate amount of daylight coming in, the picture is still vivid and doesn't feel washed. Of course, you can darken up the room to get the best experience. It's got 100% BT 2020 color coverage, is IMAX Enhanced, has Dolby Vision, HDR10+, dynamic tone mapping, and filmmaker mode. It all sums up to a colorful image that exceeds expectations. When you think of a projector, no matter how good it is, you pretty much assume it's never going to look as good as the TV, and sure, put them side by side and you'll see a difference, but honestly, whether streaming or gaming, there are times when it feels just as vibrant and you'll totally forget you're using a projector. Just look at this scene from Silksong. That is some sweet saturated color. I'm going to run through my personal process of what I do every time I set up the screen or projector in a different position, going over some of its features. First, you'll want to engage Screen Restore if you've previously adjusted it, so it resets the image to its default starting point. Then we'll do Auto Keystone Correction, which is going to try to align the image to fit the screen. It won't always be perfect, and that's okay. It'll engage autofocus as well, which we can fine-tune if it doesn't quite get it right. I then use manual keystone correction to fine-tune those parameters, getting as close to a perfect rectangular border with a perfect circle in the middle as I can. We may not always have the biggest room to set up in, so something I find super useful is optical zoom, where we can zoom in and make the image smaller to a more manageable size without losing any quality. Once zoomed in, you can use either lens shift or image displacement to center the image. Both allow you to move the image without the need for physically adjusting the projector without any scaling or distortion. And once you've got all those in place, I do wall color adaptation, which calibrates the image to the screen, giving it a warm and vibrant color space over the default setting. I'm personally happy to see Google TV built in, as it's my favorite OS across all TVs, and since I own all Sony TVs who use the same platform, it makes it more seamless. We watched Superman and Alien Earth, and while I prefer Henry Cavill, the rich colors and contrast provided excellent experiences across both genres. MEMC, or Motion Enhancement Motion Control, is not something I like when watching shows or movies, as I'm not a fan of that artificial look, but for sports it acts as a glue set at low, so you can watch the Eagles smash the Chiefs in last year's Super Bowl over and over with motion smooth as Saquon's hurdle. Gaming benefits from the two HDMI 2.1 inputs, as you can reach 1 millisecond input lag at 1080p 240Hz, 2.2 milliseconds at 1080p 120Hz, and 3 milliseconds at 4K 60Hz, which is just fine if you're a solo adventurer like myself. It's got HDR gaming, auto low latency mode, and what I believe is the first projector to have it, variable refresh rate. And what to me is the biggest selling point is the 3D performance. Every movie pops like it should, and most importantly, I don't see any rainbow effect. For me, someone who's going to primarily use this at home for 3D movies, I couldn't be happier. So overall, I'm pretty impressed. Image quality is there, brightness is fantastic, 3D is amazing, but there is one thing I'd like to see upgraded, and that's gameplay to handle 4K 120Hz to give you the full gaming capability when you connect a PS5 Pro or Xbox Series X. You already have HDMI 2.1 connections built in, so I'm not sure if this is something that can be updated with firmware, but if it's possible, XGIMI, I'm telling you, get it done and you will have checked all the boxes, making this the possible best long throw projector on the market. Now, what else needs to be said I haven't already stated? The image quality will have you immersed, forgetting you're watching a projector. Colors are vivid and vibrant. Watching the Eagles win thrilling games with this is better than a crowded sports bar, and the 3D performance is so good, I went out and built up my 3D Blu-ray collection all over. The only room for improvement is gaming, and I've got my fingers crossed 4K 120Hz gets enabled, because even though I already have a top-tier OLED TV, there are just some things that are better enjoyed coming from something like the Horizon 20 Max. If you made it this far into the video, comment friends till the end and let me know if there's another projector you think could give the Horizon 20 Max a run for its money. If there's a product you'd like to see reviewed on this channel, let me know in the comments below. Want to show support? Using my links cost you nothing and helps the channel earn a small commission. That's going to wrap things up for today. I'll see you next time.